it. It is. It's not. That's not right. Da, da, da. Good enough. I gotta wait till 4:09. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you boot up the game. Oh, wow, it does that. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock at 12 and call it a day. I like that. They're pointing that out. Let me set the clock, and I appreciate that. As I know that you care about this experience, you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal, since you've been so cooperative. Next time we boot up the game, see the screen. Just set the clock to your favorite time. Ooh, that's neat. Just as much as that X on that. Yeah. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've owned it. Oh, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Cool.
Where he was employee number 427. Employee to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Talked while I was playing the video game, listened to the guy talk. This embodied voice got me in a bad habit. Ooh, it changed. This is the second time I played. Okay, we got file cabinets here. Oh, it closed automatically. Then we got a new computer and some files. I hate Mondays. Classic. That's what it was when I was walking out of the last level. The last when I first started the video game.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
It seems fair to walk off and not do that. Just check it out.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork. Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm gonna die if I do this. Okay, well, that's something.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh my! It's a castle, from the looks of it. Beautiful. It's a little village.
The memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Something like that, Harry Potter. We got some, what are those, cosmos? Not daffodils. Might be not daffodils. Daffodils are buttercups. Daffodils, buttercups. Some blue bachelor buttons. I saw a person there for a second. Was it a woman? It looked like a woman. Basket, bread, phone, bread basket. What is this? Like Germany? Like Anne Frank?
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
That should be something to know if you hear disembodied voices or play around people. They'll distract you from the great guiding of, the other guy. Who's that? Not Niche, Theodore Roosevelt? That's not Theodore Roosevelt, Mark Twain. No. Oh, I should know who it is. That man looks like the same face as somebody from Rome or Greece. Rome, not Greece. Nero, maybe. Like Nero. Dotus, maybe. Who knows? Illustration. That cat? That is Piaf.
C'est là, dans la mémoriso, où je me remémore les jours.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A
Okay, so
lifeless
5,
husk
6,
with an hour of new elevator content.
11, 12. Damn it. 5. That's 4. That's 5 right there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Right here I am. The tweet. 4, 3. That's 7. That's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40. 43. I think that's right. Yeah. Black painting there, gold filigree, not bad. Some standing stones, watery cottage zone. I think I got that right. Yeah, that's cool. Mind control facility. Yeah. Minecraft. Neat. Tasteful nostalgia. It was good. Yeah. Is it triggered by the steps or the basement? Basements have nightmare fuels, right? Memory zone maintenance. Yeah. Back away from me. There's some files down there. Stuff. Watching them. Smiley face. This is the stuff from the original game, PlayStation video game.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Oh, yeah, that's like the description right here at the bottom. Yeah. What did you learn from it? So far, I'm just comparing it to, like, why you need to, like, just chill out in life and do the actual things that are asked of you. And, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. I don't know what that says. I like work. I just hate my boss. Okay. Well, that's kind of rude, I guess. Yeah. Trippy. Yeah. At least it's not like, gay vibe we got hit with. Like, mind control facility, gay. Man. I'm not even bothered by it. It's more the shame for it if I go to do it. It's a disembodied voice. Okay. That changes, like, the whole world. You know what? I don't even really care about that. It's the other thing. Just make it awful. But yeah, formulaic plot twist. Yeah. You're learning, like, the equivalency of how to be a spy in one sense. Outright. Yeah. Stuff over there. Who knows? The Serious Room, 2013. How to be a spy. Yeah.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
The oblongs. Yeah. See?
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collected down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
The video
Trying
game.
to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Your voice is actually very soothing. Yeah. It's calming in a sort of, and it has like a certain air to authority. Damn, I'm trying to read that. Yeah, it's not bad. Really? What is it? Walking around pressurized gas. Don't see anybody over there through the fence, walking under. The rain, that door's locked. There's a corkboard there of some sort of plyboard. Some people throw a fit about that.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game's good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to.
It's not that
Black
bad.
marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Well, to be fair, they'll really just go in. I can't let them learn how to handle stuff in real life. Yeah. What about chicken? I wanted to mess with them. I didn't want to do,
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Yeah.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting them skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
But then they'll die. What's like the point of listening to the voice talk? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's how they die. Why didn't you do it? I skipped listening to what he said. Disembodied voice be like, I can't play this video game, and it's not that way. Fall to my death.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just a push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions there, until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah,
sounds like what I'm doing on the internet, like tangle up Pokemon. Blah. Skipping my own dialogue about Pokemon.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise, or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you ever make is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought, or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite. You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices.
Sounds like you're
and
describing
both affecting you
predestination pretty
and not
well.
affecting you at the same time, by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was
Time
leaning towards
paradox,
manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've got me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
You go on for skip.
Well,
did
there's
that.
sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a faultless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over.
That's like what I said.
I can't wait to see what Cookie Nine will say about this, and whether they'll edit the reading of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized gas will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular.
It seems like it's game logic.
Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that.
Well, if you're the Oscar Awards,
A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for
well, if you were like the Oscar Awards, or like, you know, the the metal box from the giant technology out in space, you could just like try to slap souls, you know, as they fly from the spirit machine. Yeah, you can immediately start going your goals and gay to random people, seeing if they hear you. Like, I'm kind of interested. My soul's resonating more to listen. Yeah, die. I'm trying to possess you so I can get back down on the planet. Like I'm Jason Voorhees, like nuke mind slapping a random fish. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't gotta do the gay thing. Yeah. I'm just gonna nuke mind slap this fish. It's me now. Just no. Guess I'm gonna call it done.
Please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There wasn't more damage is done for you to be able to leave.
That's
Please,
dying.
I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know
It's
how
an actual
exactly to
thing.
move a door and place
Jews
it
at the wall in
but I
Israel
will find a
just
way,
headbutt
I
it.
promise. You just need to not do anything.
It's like a holy
Don't press
thing.
the skip button. Please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll
You know,
be
I have a
right
question.
back.
If you're hearing a voice, you could, like, check the top of that. I'm already thinking how to get out of here. The vents seem a viable option, but they'll kick it in and whatnot. I can kick it in. It's a clock. Now, I don't know how long it would be for them to stay there and do stuff. Yeah. So at 225? 225. Now, it would be smart, I guess, if he's being gone. It was a 45-minute wait when I clicked the button last time to show up. Now, if I click it again, I immediately am waiting the entire time. So do not click the button to show I can wait. Yeah. Be much easier to skip. Yeah. The longer I wait, the longer it'll be. I want to click the button on how the game's designed. He may show up on his own in a bit. This is, yeah, system engineering or something. Click.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. My God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't
That's how I felt
touch
about
it.
stuff.
And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Well, if that's the logic, then I think it'd be...
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise.
At some point in time, it'll stop. It seems to be going exponentially. 45 minutes? Like, what, 60 minutes to, like, the power of, well, 7, 8?
Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are.
Do I have to wait till 9?
But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
This will drive me nuts.
I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment.
Yeah, time paradox. No, not at all.
For
Yes,
whose
I would
benefit
not.
is this?
I would have done that.
And here I am,
I would have been like, gaze upon us, the Stanley Parable.
To become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I have the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when
Yeah,
you're going to make
stuff like that.
I
Force
don't
me.
doubt it.
No, I don't.
Surely you'll press that button again.
Good time.
Here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, I know you will. You'll
I've got a
need
feeling
me.
about my Mary blanket.
And it's
And my
because
dog
of those
bothering me, too.
reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the
Mother
negative
Mary
feedback. Why was it so important for me
Food
to
and talk
fix the
seems
problem?
talk.
Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says
But
about
it's
me.
like
The
being
merest
in
mention of one of my
universe.
imperfections, and I become as
I should think
petulant
it's
as
like
a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a
just the
vengeful
rambling. I was told to
fury
click the button
to
every time you
alter and
ramble.
change and to break anything
Well, if it's 3
unbroken.
o'clock
If
and
only
it's skipped
to
an hour,
pieces this one person
it's like
who made
dating
a
time.
single negative comment.
That's somewhere between
What does
6
such
to
impulse
9 to
but
be
whose benefit is this?
like talking to a
And here
girl.
I am now,
If you listen
stuck
to
in a
whatever
room,
she says
waiting
for a certain
to
amount of
press
time,
this
it's like
button.
it's like supposedly a metaphor that you will always have a chance to get laid.
Stuck all alone. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
I can't walk away from this button. That's anxiety. I want to hold it.
2 weeks.
Oh, lordy.
I've been sitting
I
here
hold it
all
all
the
the
time,
time. So.
just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm
Psychopomp psychology. But we're getting down.
I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along?
This is the type of stuff I would say to them.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time that if I stop speaking,
Wasn't
I'll slip
oddly
backwards into
informative
the
in
silence and be
1,000
consumed by
ways.
it.
Yeah.
I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decay.
Curdling's a good way to
I
put it.
can
It's
sense
nice.
that I am becoming less
Very
and
like
less
peace.
real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space.
Has the time paradox even happened yet in one of these ones? It did. Yeah.
You see
Got
what
it kicked off to do
You can
something
see what
else.
this means.
That's not the case.
I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence. And you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning
You're
to
jazzing
such
me up.
coldness.
No.
Come. Let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
It doesn't bother me to know I was going to die. Yeah. That's actually the thing we most fearful of. The light of life is slowly fading. The plant slowly decayed. It takes time for that water in the pot. All that. Darkness of the afterlife right over there. Yeah. Light. The crushing reality where all your souls go. There's nothing. No pain. No joy. No sorrow. Nothing. It's vast. Big. Bigger than our universe. All those souls just fall out. Yeah. Somewhat. Click this button, find out. I think it's another photo of like how my character's dying. I'm gonna silence. I was thinking and talking. I already know. It's just best to
Oh,
know.
hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me
Kind of.
describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I could only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you would feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you
Like,
to
if you've never
know
done it,
how
go to like a baseball field
excruciating
and
it
play
is,
with
and for
friends for
you
like
to
a
be
week
in
now.
true terror of its
Super
eventual
cool.
arrival. If
On
I
a nice
can
sunny
only
day.
do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring
Just
me
want to
the
put, like, look at
smallest
it, like,
moment of
dissociate.
peace in the darkness.
Sounds like a train track or something. It feels like, I just imagine this being on like a little platform. Can we just move it in the ocean or like move it like underground? Like we just bury it, cement it up. He's not dying in there. Like he can turn into a demon or something. See how long he lasts. He can probably go insane. Just be able to chat with the post-Bible. Yeah, maybe. Carbon monoxide alarm does that on occasion. It doesn't hold battery well. It's unplugged right now. Might die of carbon monoxide. Who knows?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness willingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world, as though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The
Maybe.
most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person
I keep thinking
at
of
every
like
moment in time. If
Doki Doki
someone
Literature
wants it,
Club.
then it's a crime not to
I
bring
wouldn't
it
want
into
to be frozen
being.
in time. I
Have
just
we
like
been
skip
given to
time.
indulge
Yeah.
in every fleeting whim
No,
for no
please,
reason
obviously.
other than to
Yeah,
do so?
please,
Yes.
yeah. No,
Yes, it
no.
seems that this is now the world we live in.
It became a
It seems
cooking
that
in
we
my
are
head.
a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
I'm waiting for him to snap on live. That's quite rude to skip what I was saying.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Hey, check it out. Where's this floor? Doesn't seem like it's staticky. I wanted to make sure there's like the stairs right there still. Not stairs, the ladder. Oh, oh, dripping, 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 dripping. It's probably in the water. Roof is deteriorating. Water rot. Ah, whoa, 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 whoa. That's a pipe. I thought it's a black door or something. Oh, it's falling apart. Ah, ah, ah. Life, life, signs of life. Light, light. I guess I can break out of here maybe. It's broke right there. I'll have to walk this way. Yeah. Next is no, I don't have to. We already have it. Let's see if it goes straight to uh, that's gonna be hallucinating. Yeah. B. Okay, well. In the boards will fall silent. Broken mold. That's nice. Go see if Bobby Cat did tonight. Very good, very good. Cool, cool. I had dinosaurs or something. What is that? Oh, that's just the audio right there. No door still. I don't get out of here. Just time flying by. I should probably even the buttons are clicked upside down. Oh. Check there's a ladder still. Hey, there's a chair. See that over there? Stairs, not ladders, not stairs, yeah. Crap or something. Nice music, yeah. It's very good music. Could have walked off to the desert. Well, just checking it out. I'd imagine that went longer. Well, back to the office. No messages or anything. The time is 10.
All of the
Same.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Seeing
No
if
matter
it's
how
different.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
These are open. I mean, that's some little paper scattered everywhere last time I was. Yeah. Whoa. How's the new content? Let's take a moment to stay away from just the new content, just this moment. Let's zoom forward just a little bit. That's the two doors, but it's the new content. It has a neon sign. That seems obvious.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I go in there, so it's going on that way. Yeah. I did this right, didn't I? Just a second ago, like the last time I played this. Been ages. Yeah. I feel like looking like
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget...
Stanley Parable 2, okay. Well, that's some pretty cool
Yes,
things.
isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions?
Can I
Think
have
of all the
cheese
new
bubble?
territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling
Oh,
it the
oh,
Stanley
Stanley
Parable
Parable.
2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable
No, no,
2,
no, no,
now
no.
that's an artistic statement right
Maybe.
there.
Just
It's
tell you, it's like
future-oriented.
first
It
base.
screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Chugga, chugga, chugga. Was that there like 2 seconds ago? I wasn't there like 2 seconds ago, was it? Gummy box. That's what that is. Whoa, 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 whatever that. There's gonna be an alien in those, probably. Apple. Huh. Well, Apple's superior, right? Like, I mean, I use PC, but like, I mean, Apple. Yeah. Like everything else is Apple, isn't it? New content now. New content part 2 is in. Ha 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 ha. This is neat. Look at that design. Nice red and black sofas. Wow. One teaspoon better than two. One more teaspoon. Two better teaspoons. That seems like just saying 2 teaspoons, you know? Yeah. Paradigm shift. Synergy breaking modal approach. Envelope client-centric marketing in the color red. Leverage listed value. The 2. Left side, right side. Clients. You know, that's a pretty interesting dialogue subject right there. Like, if you look at the visual image, like, I mean, you got the plants right there, and they would look like the same thing, but they're identical, right? They have the same image right there, but not right here. This thing right here immediately makes you think if it's the left side or the right side. But, like, the plants right there, how you initially immediately see them makes the actual world of difference. Or they're the same size, or are you looking at the glare? Maybe we're in the mall of some alternate universe going, Le Rubik's Cube. Probably not. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Mall of America? Who knows? There's a brain trip of those pictures, I know it. This game's kind of brain picture. Well, there's 2 of them now.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical.
What's a boy? What's a boy? What that person's doing in this chat? Aliens or Mongolians? Maybe Gregorian monks of Russia. That's a thing they can look up. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Aladdin 2, Tune of Jafar. That's like an old that's an old video game. That's an old one. Yeah. TED Talks. Pretty cool YouTube series if anybody ever wants to watch TED Talks. The seminars on people actually talking about like things going on, like in the world stage with like professional purported scientists and whatnot. TED Talks. TEDTALKS. TED Talks. Yeah. Oh, if you get a chance, OSA Animate's pretty good. It's like a little expo marker on a board, and they talk about like things like convergent and divergent thinking. That's pretty nice.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Neat. Walking around it like a kid. Super stealthy. Yeah. Yeah. Left, right, like comedic pantomime. Stealth. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm an adult. No. No. Office decorations. Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. The button that says the name of the player is playing the game. Ooh. What if they will? Uh, hmm. Stanley, what if it's just my actual name? That'd be horrifying. That's pretty cool, but still, that's the reassurance bucket. These are all things that'd be freaky. The reassurance bucket, that looks really nice. What if we're on an alien spaceship, like we're playing Control the video game? It has like the same design. Really just Art Deco Germany. Yeah, so yeah, that's a thing. Alright. What did I name my character again? If I go through those doors, I don't want them to close. What, that's up. In one part of me says, like, it's best just to stand here if you get locked in the door. But we could sneak to the back side of this and go through there. Let's go. Just fall through a hole right there. It won't end. The jump circle. New content.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Stop.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Carpet, that's odd. That's the exit. I don't want to walk around. I don't want to go into the infinite hole in the off chance it's just a hole. You just keep falling. Are you falling or are you just flying in one spot? What's the reassurability bucket? They're all doors. Yeah. Reassurance bucket. Yeah. What is this? Secret room? That seems like a secret room. Office decorations. It would be an office decoration if that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it's a bunch of people. The button that says the player that is playing the game. Something. Hear your name in the game. My character's Stanley. Right? Wait a second. Didn't I have a save file? Orange. Well, if it's office decorations, there might be people in there. I mean, there are people. Let's avoid that. Let's avoid the reassurance button and all that other stuff, yeah. What do you do, an easy trophy? Well, it goes to a dark, like, alleyway.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should clarify. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
When you're taking corners, you should always give a wide berth. So instead of walking like this so you can't see, you should always be like 3 feet from the wall. And look around a little bit, yeah.
What else?
See that
What
crowd
other
in my
exhibits
god.
haven't we seen yet?
People. Well, the Infinite Hall, I just won't end. Let's go to... Let's just end that. This is the office decoration.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I don't know. So happy 12th birthday, Stephanie's. Get well Sunday. Well, Stephanie's is a little bit unusual, I can't lie. Yeah. Get well Sunday seems like... Oh, it's empty. That seems like something. I mean, it doesn't have the fun of the blue right there.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Neat. Follow them on the thing now.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Seems like it's a sign of saying, don't go into the infinite hole when that's there. Can we go back to the front of it? Like, I mean, in an on-stage museums, you're supposed to go through the front. Let's go to the merchandise. Let's see what they got. Yeah. Those teas are interesting. Where's Sean's bucket? Seems like it's so far homeless.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem of the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable.
My character's shrunk.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Well, let's now take this to the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Let's take a left.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as equals. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I have a hazmat suit hat in my apartment. It's not actually a hazmat suit, it's just a green gardening bucket, like for my potatoes. It just looks like those hazmat suits. I almost want to put one on my head and run around like I'm the dudes of hazmat on YouTube, that animated video. Like every day is like my birthday. Every way, got to savor the moment.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm good.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
No, I'm not.
Yes! You see! What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you! Do it again! Jim! It hits even harder the second time. If this was a new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Talk to people. I think he just like sat there like next to like somebody I knew for like years and years. It was wild. I'd ask if he was real. I'm gonna try talking to him.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Probably the bucket. We lost his mind and found a bucket in here. It's like, it's Jim. Jimmy's. That's like an ice cream thing, right? Maybe he turns into a deranged person with like a bucket on his head. Well, we know he
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
This is like how the game's supposed to be
An
played.
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, we'll go at the end of... well, we'll figure that out later.
That's the bucket. Yeah. There's probably a bucket at the World Champion Games. No. Let's avoid the infinite black hole. Yeah.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I like that. Should I walk forward to this? Will I die if I walk forward? Is this the infinite hole? Looks like the optical illusion I have of like whatchamacallit in my apartment. It looks like the drawing from like Warhammer, like the Gene Master. Like it's just an eyeball on a flesh wall from a distance, or a dollar right there. It's a figurine, though, craving it, going mad for it. They're trying to get him. It's the bucket. He's at the bottom of it. This is the same as what I imagine hell looks like from a distance. A bunch of people, like, crawling around made out of meat screaming. I know what it's really like. It's like pretty bad, yeah. Something like that, yeah. It's a little bit different. I'm gonna take this. Now, all of you don't freak out at the same time, like a whole game. Like coming alive. Yeah. And the bucket. I just took the exit. Yeah. Now I have collectibles I can go find, so that's something. Like, that doesn't sound too terribly bad to go look for those. Nah, where's my coffee? I've been sitting here for a bit, just kind of talking and rambling with the video game. Uh, Still snowing outside. Okay, so neat.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Just wanted to see those are still there. Just the infinite hole, I feel like avoiding. I mean, if I play it like I'm in the video game and like in real life, it's an infinite hole. I mean, it seems like a bad thing to go visit, but it might not be that bad. Let's guys will check out. We got this bucket. We throw the bucket in the porcelain in the hole. Maybe. What does that say? How deep can we dig? Technically, we can dig about I feel like they just got stuck right there. Kept digging in like a circle around. Did you guys dig up? What are you talking about? Depths of hell. Check it out.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I'll walk down there. Until the door's closing. Step up that way, too. Is there a door? Oh, it's a well. Let's walk around, but that's all that's left off there. Before we go mess around and see if we jump down there, let's see if we can take an exit down the sides. Oh, there's something there that wasn't there a second ago. Dang it, I'm blind as a bat. If I jump down the infinite hole, I'm going to die. It's like a trap hole. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap hole. Be dumb to jump down there. Be stuck. But maybe I'll find somebody if I jump down there. I think it's a bad idea. Wait. Let's just walk this way then. I guess we should leave. It's an infinite hole. We don't want to jump down here. It's dumb to jump down an infinite hole. Let's take the exit. We get in the epilogue in a second.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
That blog was a thing, but I mean, I think I saw that.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good
Maybe if
about
I
it.
jump down that might
Version 2.
be a battle mode for him. Who knows?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it
This
cost
power
more?
upset.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, that's weirdly dissociative, like it's the Stanley Parable, but it's like demonic. That's a cool intro, though. That's like one of my favorite visual effects. I love environments that do that. That's like snows on like big empty fields. I love it. Kansas, boy. I thought about moving there for a bit. It's snowing outside right now. I'm not going to wait the whole time to watch it. I'm not going to bother the joysticks to see if I can move it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-eating, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Imagine if you worked at a company like
give him
that.
instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the
All the
company
doors
had
locking
this
behind you. Like
this
maybe like
complete
gotta wait till
isolation.
someone messages me so it's okay to leave.
Wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But
What
as
if
he
there
came
was
to
no
his wits
alarm?
and
Like,
regained his
some
senses,
type of
he got
sound
up from his
when the
desk
door is locked.
and stepped out of his office.
What if?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I mean, it's not like... Oh, looky here. Bucket. Found the bucket. The reassurance bucket. I don't need that yet, do I? No. That's new.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it? Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
The bucket to drink all that alcohol and vomit.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
The cold of that bucket's you. You will not be locked in a small 5-foot by 4-foot room in front of a video monitor, no alarm. You will not disappear outside your work, their door automatically locking. You are unique, you most of all. My heart rate monitor didn't skip a beat or I didn't sweat more, someone says somewhere. That's science right there. Charts and slides. Slides, charts. Wait at which charts on the same side to pick the same information. Rates of increase in graphs per slide. This is like me making the news in my head. Yo. These are the things you need to know. Everyone knows the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Not everybody. Silence, yes. Yes, and if you do those things, you shouldn't get that thought. Okay, it's this being the only issue you have. Other people being a problem. You're supposed to do anything with them, really. Yeah. Yeah. But, well, not really. This is a boardroom. Look at what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah. Broom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it.
You just be locked.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's
You're
what
looking
the
at
broom
a
closet is
computer
trying to say.
on a
It's
chair.
supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. This is how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the
Well, it's not real. It was teleported into the building.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is
Like
worse
math
than I
installs
imagined.
education.
And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your pocket. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
It's like me and my wife with Poe. It's a bucket. It's a piggy. Yeah. Yeah. That's the best way to put it. It's the same thing with a dog I have, yeah. Yeah, it's just to keep me company, because I'm like, isolated from everybody. I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't want to talk to people. They bring me drama. So it's not all their fault. Yeah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it what the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
You
found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay, dokie now. Going down. It's almost like we stepped into like a type of secret base, lair, if you will. Like we're like hiding out in Russia.
Plummeting towards unknown fate.
Doing
it would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not
we got this bucket, doesn't matter.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything is right. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No, you should run away and escape. Let's go this way. Let's go to the mind control facility. We got a bucket. Synesthesiates would love it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Do-do-do-do meow. Is it do-do-do meow or do-do-do-do meow?
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Honey, why are you causing the problem?
To do things it didn't wish to do. What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
People.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Can you imagine somebody just like stepping out right there to that little ledge?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
Or
Walking,
content.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
That's how it goes. You talk to the bucket. You make her love you. Hey, Lillian, my sweetie panini. How are you doing? Doggy wonky. Yeah, you're so cute and sweet. Just walked in. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Yeah. Little Sweeney. She's my Sweeney. She's my Shih Tzu Dachshund mix. Yeah. She's like 9 pounds. Had her for a year or so now. Yeah.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Well, I mean, like, we're putting into it, yeah. Oh! Sweetie, will you destroy the mind control facility for me? You know I can't. You can't too.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
But I love you.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to see every country on Earth. Both of them
now that's a feeling, yeah.
Any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
Pew,
True,
pew.
it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together.
Imagine those
with
laser
one
beam
another to lean
guns
on,
from Star
to
Wars.
trust, to support.
When they fire and they go pew, it's just a church thing.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
You gotta
Was
follow
Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Well, I can only take one of
Silence
you.
filled the room, lingering
With the
in
woman there.
uncertainty.
Oh wait, I'm
Until
valuable.
finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
I can't take my gold fund from my... I should back up here. Well, how long have I been playing this? Like, oh wait, it does change the time. Tell you that's not the right time from what I put in. I've been playing this for about an hour and 44 minutes, yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Well, you made it, you know.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
There's no phone alarm.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yeah, so I did make that. It was Pavlov, yeah. This is why you gotta be careful with the females, ladies and gents. If you're a ninja, well, really just anybody, really. Not even a ninja. Yeah, they'll ruin your life.
In
This kind of
here,
thing.
Said the bucket.
Yeah.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
This Joker, right? Yeah. It's really dark.
Now pick up the phone,
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
AKA, she's dominating you, or he's dominating you to control your life
This
to do the
is the
scenario of
sad
doing your
story of a
thing.
man named Stanley and his bucket.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Or he's hallucinating or crazy or something. Yeah. This is a sad story. So, let's take a moment to stop here. This was, thank you for all watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is the Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe with cheese. Yes, whatever that Ultra Deluxe business is about. Cheese bowls and stuff. They're super delicious. Look at that. It looks like a blue Krabby Patty if you look at it properly. Yeah. Well, then you just cold up on my body. You know I gotta get up. I gotta check my phone alarm. I gotta see what that alarm was. I didn't even check. I just clicked the exit out. I was doing something. What does it mean keep playing video games and waste my life? Oh wait, I'm mentally ill and I hallucinate all the time. Yeah. That doesn't mean just sit on me and keep me playing video games now, sweetie. Oh, doggy kiss. Okay, well, thank you for watching.